Today on the Diz List, we count down our top 5 coasters at Walt Disney World.
Welcome to the Diz List, the podcast that lists everything at Walt Disney World. I'm Nick.
And I'm Rob, and today we're going to do another one of my favorites. I know it is yours too. We're going to do our top 5 coasters. So this month, we've decided we're going to do Rides Month.
Yeah.
And every week, we're going to focus on a different type of ride, and we're going to do our top 5. We kind of call it our bread and butter, sort of what we started the podcast on. If you're new to the show, go back in time and watch, listen or watch some of them, but we had to make some updates. You said that last week.
Yeah, I was actually...
You said you changed your mind.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, we do have to make our updates. So last night, I saw my cousin who I was extremely close with growing up.
That's who that was.
Yeah.
You made a post. I'm like, you kind of look alike. I'm guessing it was a relative.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she and I grew up super, super close. Life is life. We don't see each other for 5 years. She lives in New Jersey, but her husband was like, it was talking about the podcast, and I was explaining how it started as far as what we used to do, what it's evolved into. And I said, but lately we've been saying, everything's changed so much. So all the stuff that you just said, I actually talked about this last night with them. Things change. And this particular list, we have not done since there are two new rides now.
Yeah.
Since the last time we did this list.
I guarantee, because of that fact alone, that my list is different than it was previously.
I mean, much of mine is different than what it would have been. And I think I want to preface this, that today's list is our top 5 favorite roller coasters.
True.
I don't want to say these are the top 5 best roller coasters, if that makes sense.
There is a difference.
So
this is an opinion show.
So I have reasons, because I think some people might come at me.
If they do, they do. That's fun too.
Yeah, it's okay. They'll go over it.
That's this type of podcast. It's all opinion based. It's subjective. We're happy to debate.
Exactly. So what happened in the news this week?
Oh, I have a lot of stuff this week. Good stuff. Okay. The first one was I found out that when they drained all the water out of, around Tom Sawyer's Island there were 2,000 fish that they had to remove. Not get rid of, not kill, but if you go on to WDW News, I don't know how they did this, but they actually had the breakdown of what type of fish and what percentage was this type of fish. I'm not going to get into all that, but that's a lot.
I'm sure it was a lot of carp to try to keep a lot of the algae taken care of, that kind of stuff.
I don't remember. I just remember thinking 2,000 is more than I would have guessed, but it's a fairly large body of water.
Yeah, it is. I mean, think about when you go to Epcot and you're you can look down into that body of water over by the, I always forget the name. So in the food festivals, they now have made it like a kitchen area. Yeah. But anyway, in that spot, you look down at the water and there's carp and stuff right there and stuff. I think a lot of times they put them there to eat the algae and control the algae. So bottom feeders. Yeah. But also, you can't escape that these are wild animals that potentially could have been dropped there by birds, right? Birds can drop fish alive from a pond off property into it. So some of them may have been stocked, some of them just probably came.
But it's good that they moved them. They're in Seven Seas Lagoon now, and they're, just good. Displaced a little off to the side.
I can go and catch them. We can rent a boat and go fishing over at Polynesian.
That's right.
So I've never done that. Would you do that, by the way?
I'm not a big, not that I'm anti-fishing, but I didn't grow up fishing on a regular basis.
I did.
I do it when I'm in Florida with my family because they know what they're doing.
Yeah. I did it growing up a lot.
Yeah.
And I have not done it as an adult for the last 10 or 15 years. My son is whatever. My daughter the other day randomly said, I want to fish. I want to catch a fish. And then I said, oh, cool. And she goes, I wouldn't take it off, though. And I wouldn't put the bait on. I was like, then you don't want to fish.
There's a couple resorts that do it. I think Port Orleans does it. I think Fort Wilderness does it. You can just rent a pole and fish there.
Anything, right. But I'm saying on Seven Seas Lagoon, you can rent a fishing charter. A charter. So that's kind of cool.
That would be fun, too.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Have you ever heard of the comedian Andrew Santino? He's on that show Dave about the rapper. Okay, no. He has red hair.
Okay.
Red hair, red beard. Okay, he's pretty easy to recognize. So I was watching his stand-up the other day. He's pretty funny. I know him from that show, Dave. And he goes into this whole thing about Disney adults. So I actually did a little bit more of a deep dive on it. I think it's funny. That stuff doesn't really offend me. He said, so in his stand-up at one point, he goes, so these Disney adults, they could be among us. They're easy to spot because they're sticky. And everybody laughed.
Sticky?
Yes, that's what he says. You can watch it. It's on Hulu. But the point is that it's on Hulu, and Hulu is owned by Disney. So I did another search for it because I wanted to go back and like quote this one particular line so I could read it to you on the show. And I found an interview with him, and he said how the original joke was different and it needed to change, because then he goes into a different joke and he says, okay, at Disney, they need to have 2 lines. There needs to be a line with families with kids that goes into the park, and then another line that go with just the adults that goes straight to jail. Yes. This is from the interview. So in the actual stand-up, he doesn't say that. I think they either did a really good edit, because I went back and watched it today. So he just says there's 2 lines at Disney World, one for families to get in the parks, and then he stops and looks around, and his silence makes everybody laugh. So I don't know if they cut that out or if he had to change it, but if you search it on YouTube, you can find he says that's his original line. And he said that he had to have a discussion with Disney and some things had to change, but
I don't get, it's not that funny.
I know.
Like, whatever. All right, well, I'm a Disney adult.
No, me too. I'm proud to say it.
I mean, we do go with our families too, but
we do. But I went by myself with my wife. I do not care if people think I'm stupid.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Have you heard of the Figment figure covered in the Swarovski crystals? Have you seen this yet?
No. Is it at it's at Boardwalk, right?
Yeah. And it is, I don't know, it's maybe 10 inches tall or something, and it's covered in, the appropriate
Swarovski
crystals. Yeah. And it's almost $9,000.
Oh, there's more expensive stuff in that store.
It was really cool though. Like, am I going to buy it? No, but like it was actually.
I'm assuming you're talking about the fine art gallery there.
I'm not positive where it is. I just saw it, and I saw what the price tag was, and
because it was at Boardwalk, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not have been, but like if it was,
let's find out.
Yeah, I mean, the Boardwalk has a fine arts gallery that has crystal stuff and it has paintings and stuff like that. It's actually closing. Well, it's not closing, it's moving. Supposedly its last day at its current location is October 31st is what I've heard. But I don't know if that's the case. They've got some crazy stuff in there, like $11,000 minis and like $90,000 like life-size statues of Ariel and stuff like that.
All covered in crystals?
No, they're not all crystal. They're not all Swarovski crystal stuff. A lot of it is sculpture stuff or paintings, but it's all fine art.
I thought this was going to be easier to
That's
find.
Okay. Don't worry about it.
You know what? I'll come back to it later because I do want to know the details on it.
Yeah.
Next one. I want to talk about this particular attraction a little bit more in Patreon, or if you're one of our patrons, you probably listened to it already. And what we're going to talk about is Test Track, but I didn't know if you saw the big World of Motion logo that they painted. Did you see this yet?
No.
So there used to be a giant TT logo.
Yes.
Outside of the attraction.
Yes, I knew that.
They repainted it to the World of Motion logo, which is the circular one, and it looks like a letter C over a letter C with a circle in the center. It's the best way for me to describe it. It's how I do it in my classes.
Yeah.
I just associate shapes with something that kids are familiar with. So they repainted that, and it looks really cool. I really like the symbols. Those original symbols for the pavilions I really like.
Yeah, I think they're great because they're just simple.
They're timeless. They're modern.
And we're coming back to that kind of artistic style and graphic design that is a little bit more simplified,
which is
less complicated,
which is perfect. You just led me into the next one, because another thing that I think is really good at Pop Century, they're starting to redo the look of the inside of the lobby.
Okay.
So the inside of the lobby now has exactly that. Simple, bold icons along the wall. Yeah. So it's kind of like a cornflower blue, and then there's like a light blue and a pink and yellow. So picture like a grid with very simple I guess picture in your head icons or something similar to what we said with Epcot along the wall on the inside, really bold and bright. I have said on this podcast a lot of times, I really do not like
Pop
the
Century.
overall vibe of Pop Century visually.
Yeah.
It bugs me. So
It does.
like the Austin Powers, Flower Child style, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
It just really dated. I don't like it. The Mickey phone is cool.
I don't mind. Look, I don't mind it if it's a little toned back. That is like
It's a lot.
a lot. Yes, I think everything at the values for theming is a lot, and over the top, I think it's too much. Personally.
Some of it I like. That might be a discussion for us another time. But my point, I think they're moving in a direction that I personally like visually a little bit.
I just hope that the Cracker Barrel contingent doesn't come after me for making a more simplified logo.
Like that blew up into the biggest thing.
Yeah, right.
I teach a graphic design class. I may bring that up at some point. I don't know if the kids are.
Well, because it turned into politics, but it didn't need to.
No.
Like I was watching a thing. They basically were doing it because think about where every Cracker Barrel is located.
Yeah.
They're all right off of an exit.
They
right?
are. Yeah.
And they all
the one we have in our city.
They all
yeah.
look like whether you have the logo on them or not. A Cracker Barrel.
Yes.
Well, there's a reason that Pizza Hut has started to make buildings look differently, and Taco Bell's have made their buildings look differently because right now, what do we have as a vacant restaurant in our town? It's an old Pizza Hut because nobody wants to put the restaurant because you're going to be called, oh, that's the restaurant in the old Pizza Hut. But if it's a regular store,
it's easy to put a different store.
Which is why Cracker Barrel was trying to do that because it was going to raise the price raise the value of their real estate, and then everybody threw a fit. But whatever. Yep. I digress.
Yep.
So at least the Pop Century is going to be able to have some nice bold logos. That's what I like.
So here's the last one. Okay. Now you can't hear. Right now you're using your sense of hearing and or your sense of sight. So I am currently putting on a Bath and Body Works hand sanitizer that is very fragrant. Can you smell it? I'm waving my hands towards Nick right now. Can you smell it?
Yes.
So Bath and Body Works, something that my niece and I connect with.
That does not smell good.
Yeah. That's you went to the end point, and that's fine. I don't love them.
No,
but
I just got a huge whiff of it.
Yes. So
what is that?
That one
is that
was
like artificial grape?
This is Evil Queen, and I will read you what is in Evil Queen.
Oh, can I hold this up?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is dark red apple, vanilla suede, and wicked pear. So Bath and Body Works teams up with Disney from time to time.
That's not good.
They recently did Disney Princess Collection.
Okay.
And they, my niece and I would collect those and talk about it to something fun that we bond over. And they just recently came out with Disney villains, but there's only two. They may do more at some other point, but there is Maleficent and Evil Queen.
Okay.
So you just smelled Evil Queen. I read that one to you. And the Maleficent, if you want to just smell it, you don't have to put it on your hands. I'm handing it to Nick. Here's what this one is. So Maleficent is plum, midnight berry, and mystical woods.
Okay, I am going to put this on my hands because I can't really smell it that much in the bottle.
Okay,
I'm going to
just do
regret
a
this.
little bit.
Yeah, I'm only doing a little bit.
Okay.
All right, let's.
And then, but I want to know what one you like better. You're probably going to say they're both bad.
Whoa. Okay, I like the first one better.
I'll read it again.
The first one was bad, and that one was the better of the two.
Plum, midnight berries, mystical woods.
It smells like if I took every piece of leftover like scent of perfume that my wife has and every single thing of cologne that I have, dumped them together, sprayed it with Axe,
and
then called it a scent and been like, oh yeah. I mean, I suppose if it's villains, it should smell horrible.
Well, let's think of it this way. I think you just perfectly set up what this is they have a big cauldron and they're adding in a little of everything.
It's awful. It's awful.
So, listeners, if you like it, let us know.
We will not be sponsored by, what is it, Bath and Body Works? We will not be sponsored by Bath and Body Works anytime soon.
I guess I prefer Evil Queen just because it has some apple and fruit in there.
That one at least smells like something.
Yeah.
This smells almost like...
If you want to try to negate it, you want to
No,
put
I'm
this
good.
one out?
I'm good. I just won't put my hands anywhere near my face.
All right, fair.
That's awful.
So that's a lot of news, but that's what we have for the news this week.
Okay, sounds good. Hey, folks, we're gonna head off to the halftime show.
Let's hope you don't pass out.
We're gonna go wash our hands and come back. Just kidding. We'll head off to the halftime show, which is brought to you by our patrons. You can head over to patreon.com/DizlessPod. Join for free. Join the conversation. Drop your Instagram handle to me in a message, and I'll add you to our close friends. Or for a small fee, you can get early access to new episodes, as well as bonus content. And after 3 months of membership, we'll send you a mug. But we'll see you right after the break. Welcome back. I just got done rubbing all up on Rob's dog, so my hands smell better.
Dog is better than that smell.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. So today we're going to talk about our favorite roller coasters. Notice I said favorite.
Yeah.
Now, I mentioned this to my wife. She goes, there's not enough. I'm like, well, but there is, because the debate here is about our rankings.
There's not enough roller coasters?
She meant there's not enough for you to list. And I said, yeah, there are.
Oh, there's a lot.
Well, I mean, I only got to 8. I only counted 8.
You might be right. I think 8's a lot, though. It's more. There's some that won't make the list, is my point.
Right. That's what I said.
Right to 5.
I said there's enough that we will have to leave some off, and the debate is in the actual, like, with the rankings.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I left with. Yeah, I do think 8 is a lot, but it's going to be more because we're going to get a villains coaster.
Well, I hope so. I hope it's going to just be what California Screamin' and the Incredicoaster.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know what.
Which is a fantastic ride. It's really long ride.
I mean,
which is good
they definitely have said it's going to be a coaster. So
great.
We'll see if it actually comes to fruition.
Well, I think 5 is really going to be my only one that I think could either make or not make somebody's list here. I took 2 rides, and I had to put them side by side and figure out which one ended up being the winner. And one just squeaked out the other one. So what
I wonder if it's the same as me.
So my number 5 was going to be between Rock and Roller Coaster and Slinky Dog. Those are my 2.
Okay.
And Slinky Dog, I like so much about it. It's a smooth ride. It's fun. But Rock and Roller Coaster, I hate Aerosmith. I hate the queue. It's boring. There's so many things I don't like about it, but the actual ride itself is so fun and so exciting that I gave the slightest edge to Rock and Roller Coaster, and that ended up being number 5, and Slinky Dog got bumped.
I think if you're rating rides for the quality of the roller coaster, I think that's probably the right bump to get.
And that's how I did it. But again, this is a favorite list. And if you love Toy Story and you love just the environment and like riding it at night is fantastic, I could see somebody going Slinky. And I just wanted to be clear here. I love Slinky too. But as far as like excitement, I gave it to, and you know what? It's going to be so much cooler once they add the Muppets to it, which we've been wishing for years before it was even announced. Thank
Not
God.
going to say we called it, but
I'm
go back
happy.
Go back 2.5 years, my friends.
Yeah. Very happy. So
it's interesting that you had that debate because I had the same debate.
Those 2 also.
Yeah.
Really?
Actually, I had a third one in there because there's to me there's 3. So I picked Slinky, first off. My number 5 Slinky.
And I wouldn't argue that. I was so close on mine.
I had it up against a different ride other than Rock and Roller Coaster as well. I won't say what that other one is because it might show up on your list. I don't want to, steal your thunder. I would say Slinky gets my edge because of the fact that I'm so excited for what we're going to get that I think there's so much more room for improvement that I want to just not even think about Rock and Roller Coaster right now. Plus, I love Toy Story. I think it's a great family ride. There's the memories of riding that with my kids. So, like, for me, there's the nostalgia part because my first trip to Disney, that was already opened, and it was my kids' first roller coaster.
That's great.
We did a hard ticket event that they were doing at the time in the mornings over there where you got early access to just Toy Story Land. And once you went to Toy Story Land, you were able to, once you got there, you were able to, for 2 hours, ride all the rides, and then you also got breakfast afterward. They don't do those anymore, which is crazy. But
I almost said Mickey's at the Woody's Lunchbox. Is that where the breakfast was?
No, the breakfast was over at ABC Commissary.
Oh, okay.
I take that back. Backlot Express.
I thought Backlot Express is actually underrated.
I agree with you.
A lot.
I agree with you.
I think I was thinking of the time where you told me you had the Pop-Tart thing.
Oh, I do that every time.
And that's at Woody's Lunchbox?
It is.
Okay, I got the stories mixed up.
But this was like a hard ticket event, came with breakfast, and we were able to ride Slinky twice in that 2 hours.
Great.
And it was our first year going to Disney.
It's great ride.
So the nostalgia piece is there. I think it's very smooth. Mm-hmm. I like the theming. I love the queue. I think all those things give it an edge over Rock and Roller Coaster, especially because once the ride kicks off in Rock and Roller Coaster, the theming's kind of lame. It's just like some blacklit cars you're passing and stuff.
But the excitement of the ride just puts it a bit higher for me.
You're not wrong that it's an exciting ride. I'm excited for what it's going to be.
Oh, yeah. It'll be so much easier for me to choose.
Once it's rethemed, this is going to be a very, very difficult decision.
Well, and if I were to put Muppets versus Toy Story characters, I mean, I would be curious what our listeners thought. Maybe that's a poll I'll put up this week. Me too. And I think a lot of that's our age.
Yes, I agree. For my kids, it's going to be Toy Story.
My son, it would be Muppets. He grew up watching the Muppets with me because I'm a weirdo and I love going back and watching those movies in the Muppet Show. And he loves Kermit. It's his favorite. So
unfortunately, we have a really weird voiced Kermit now.
It is. It's odd.
It's not good.
There's got to be better impressionists out there.
I think you do a better Kermit.
Like have Frank Caliendo come out. Like I posted that on my story the other day. That guy is like a wizard with voices.
Brian Hull.
Caliendo.
You know who Brian Hull is?
He's great too. Yeah. I bet you he could do it.
He can do all of them.
Oh, he is so good.
He's amazing.
Doing that Tigger laugh is one of the hardest impressions.
Yeah, I don't know how he does that. That's not even close to how good as he does.
I know. He does it perfect.
Yeah. All right. So
I practiced that.
What do you got for number 4?
My number 4, this could be number 1 on many people's lists.
Oh my God, I wonder if it's going to be mine.
And I think it's going to go up a little bit more too once they add in all the lights and everything in the caves, and that's Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. And you said a minute ago, and I didn't want to jump in at that point. You said I don't want to steal your thunder, and I wanted to say, well, perfect timing because my number 4 is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, which I love, and this list is so hard because even though it's at number 4. All these are so good. They're so good.
Yeah.
Thunder Mountain was smooth before, and now they're redoing the track. We live near a theme park called Darien Lake, and that's
Six Flags Darien Lake
in the Buffalo area. There is a wooden roller coaster there that shakes you around.
It's
so
smooth.
much.
They smoothed it out, by the way.
Did they? They fixed the track?
I said something in one of my classes when we were welcoming kids back.
Yeah.
Kid was like, "Oh, I spent a lot of the summer at Darien Lake." I was like, "What's your favorite coaster?" He was going through them. I said, I just love old school wooden roller coasters because they shake you. He's like, oh, they smooth the track out. He's like, it's not that bad anymore.
Wow.
Which I'm like questioning his statement, but like, he was there all summer. He said he had season passes. He was there all summer.
I think the last time I was there was probably 5 years ago.
Because like his family gets like they camp at the campsite that's adjacent to it.
Yeah.
For like a week, so they get season passes and then go back a couple times during the year.
That's cool.
And then that season passes also include their Fright Fest that they have. So,
nice.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, Big Thunder is going to be really nice when it's redone.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. That was your number 4?
Is that your number 4?
It is not my number 4.
Oh, okay.
My number 4 is going to really make you mad.
Uh-oh.
It's going to make a lot of people mad.
Really?
I'm going to get hate.
Okay.
Remember, this is our top 5 favorite roller coasters. And it's not the top 5 best roller coasters or best rides. Because if it was, this would not be this low.
Uh-oh.
But my love for other roller coasters surpasses this one, even though this is a great one that I never miss.
Sure.
Guardians of the Galaxy is my number 4.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew it was going to shock you. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because I know we're going to talk about it later, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
But
a lot later.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I have to take out, like if I'm talking favorite, like for instance, my favorite meal is not nearly as good as my best meal I've ever had. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like you might think that like the best meal I ever had was a meal with like a perfectly cooked filet mignon and lobster or something like that. Like
sure.
If you say, but your favorite meal, right? If that's your best meal, what your favorite meal might be, pizza from Pizza Hut with wings.
Well,
it might be your favorite meal might be something that's not as good, like technically speaking, and that's why Guardians for me is at 4. It is technically speaking, as far as what goes into it, the immersion and all that, it is the best roller coaster. I think it's the best ride at Disney. But this list is not the best. This list is favorite.
Sure. So
for me, that's why I said this is going to possibly ruffle some feathers.
Well, Haunted Mansion is my favorite.
Right.
But it's not the best ride.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like we have to. That's why I prefaced it with this is our favorites, and I can see how it could be people's favorites very easily. But for me, there's other rides that make the ride my favorite. Part of it is that I do love wooden roller coasters, and this roller coaster is super smooth.
Yeah.
Another part of it is that like I love the IP. I think it's great, but I also really like things that I don't have to pay attention to as much when I'm riding the roller coaster. I'm just enjoying. Like I don't have to care about the storyline.
Sure.
So yeah, Guardians for me is number 4. I know we're going to talk about it later, much later, but that's my number 4.
My number 3 didn't even exist before years ago, and I was actually looking at a news article about this one this morning, and it's Tron Lightcycle Run, and I was looking at photos of the canopy is starting to get a little tarnished, either from rust or dirt or something.
It's probably dirt.
But I don't know how easy that is to clean. I don't know if that's like you get a power washer up there or how that's going to work. But
a crane.
But I was just saying, I was looking at an article about that this morning. But this ride is absolutely amazing. It is very short, and that's always everyone's number one criticism with the ride. But the actual time that you're on it, kind of the pose that you're in, where you're more like riding a bike, all of the visuals on the inside, the canopy, everything put together is just absolutely amazing for me. And every time I ride it, I get off and I say to my wife or whoever I'm with, I'm like, that ride is so incredible.
It is.
And I think part of it is it's short because there isn't really a lot of space.
Yeah.
I mean, they could, but they're not going to wrap it back around each other. And a lot of times...
You know what they could have done? They could have taken out the speedway.
Well, they got to be doing something with that. That's another discussion for another time. But Tron Lightcycle Run is a fantastic ride. I wish it was a little longer. It's the only possible negative. Everything else is a huge positive. The queue is great. They put out little like shade and umbrellas in the weight on the outside. The intro video is really funny. We always kind of laugh where there's a video beforehand where this girl goes, "Who are you?" And every time that comes on, we'll say it together. And anyway, it's fantastic ride. It's my number 3.
It is a good ride. It is a good ride. My number 3 is one you already mentioned.
Yeah.
It's Big Thunder Mountain.
Great.
I love Big Thunder Mountain.
I do too.
You know, it's kind of like what I said with the whole wooden roller coaster thing. I love the wooden roller coasters. I love the way this feels. I am so excited that they went and refurbished stuff. I know it's going to be smoother, which goes against the whole wooden thing. But I also know we're going to be getting nicer look on the inside. I think that cool little what do they call it? The cave of, I can't remember, but like where when you go into those caves and like all the water is different colors, and instead of the hanging back, it looks like it's going to be projections of some sort. I love Big Thunder. It's one of my daughter's favorites. I think it's a ride that the queue is underrated. I don't like, you're outside and it's hot, but at the same time, like, it's pretty well themed.
Well, it seems to me like they're adding in more of a storyline, and they're pushing that a little bit more.
Well, they're going back, so that's the cool thing is they're going back to an older storyline that they kind of abandoned. I think part of the reason they're going back to that storyline is going to be easier for them to tell the story of whatever's going on with Piston's Peak by incorporating these geysers and these vats, these pools of water into everything in the landscape there. So I do think that's part of it.
I wonder if there's plans for a TV show or anything like that. They haven't really pushed that very much.
No, I mean, it's like one of the more popular rides that they haven't done that with.
Yet.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So Big Thunder Mountain, I mean, you talked about it already, and I agree with you. It's great. I think it needs more love. I think it's going to be now I think it's going to get more love now with Cars Land going back there.
And I think those two will fit together seamlessly.
Yeah. And, once that opens back up, you have Tiana's in that corner, you have that in that corner, and you have Cars Land.
Yeah.
That area is going to be super popular. And I'm going to tell you right now, the fact that there's 3 really good rides all right there is a good thing, not a bad thing, even though it's going to be crowded over there.
Well, it's going to be 4 and 5 pretty soon.
Right. So when you have all those things, those 3 in that area, that even if it's crowded, the wait time's going to be split between them.
Yeah, that's good.
Like when one's closed, Tiana's gets really long, or like when Tiana's wasn't open, Big Thunder was really long.
Yeah.
When everything's open, it's going to be great back there. I'm excited for the new frontier. Sorry, didn't mean to sound like a Star Trek reference, but But yeah, Big Thunder's my number 3. What do you got at number 2?
So I'm trying to figure out your 2 and 1 based on what you've said so far. So you're either going to match me right now or you're not.
I'm not going to match you at 2.
Okay. So my number 2 is a lot of people's number 1, and that's Expedition Everest. Mm-hmm. That is incredibly fun. I love that it goes backwards. I love just the speed and the power. Like this, I know it seems really strange to say, but this seems like one of the most powerful rides. Like when they take your picture and you hit that drop right there, it's just such, I mean, you can feel it.
The corkscrew in that one spot is what really does it for me.
It is awesome. There's so many ways on this show. We've spoken ad nauseum about how we can fix the Yeti, and there's so many ways to do it. I'm surprised they have it the way that it still is, but I think just turn the light on in there and turn on some fans. There, that's my short version of how you can fix it. Yeah. You know, they would have to shut the ride down for a long period of time, which is really hard in that park right now, considering how much stuff is currently closed. Zootopia is going to be opening at the beginning of November, so that's good. But still, you can't open Zootopia and close that down and refurbish it and get the Yeti. This is something that's going to have to be done in 2-3 years or so. But absolutely,
I don't think you're going to see the Yeti ever work. I don't think you're ever going to see that.
No. But I think there's options that
there are options. Choose. I just don't think you're ever going to get a mode Yeti.
And I'm sure this is a ride you're going to talk about too, and you can go in a little bit more in depth of the queue because I know that's something you really like also. So my number 2 is Everest.
My number 2 is one you already mentioned. Mm-hmm. My number 2 is the shortest ride on my list. But as I said last week, if you're going to have a long queue and a short ride, you better punch me in the face, and Tron punches you in the face.
It's worth it.
I love this ride. You note that I said Guardians didn't get the nod to go too high because I really do like that ricketiness of wooden roller coasters. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I put Tron at 2. It's because it's that stinking good.
It's fast. It's powerful. I get it. Yeah.
I don't have to think about what the storyline is. Yeah. And here's the other thing. That is a unique ride vehicle. I get that there's other places you can, like we talked about Darien Lake. There's the OCC motorcycle roller coaster. Mm-hmm. Actually, I think they call it motor coaster. But either way, there's that there. It's not the same. They lock you in, and I get, like, it can be uncomfortable for some people. It is a great ride. I think the ride photos and ride videos are amazing. I know that's something that's like not a big part of the ride, but it's a big part of the experience for us.
Yeah.
I think the queue is good. Canopy is amazing. You get in my opinion, two totally different experiences. Day and night.
I haven't done night yet. I'm looking forward to it.
You get the music, the soundtrack is amazing. When you come out of that building and you whip around underneath that canopy, and you can just see all the people staring at you, and those people are in awe because they're like, oh my God, that's what I'm about to go do.
And you are flying.
You are going fast. Like, it's basically as fast as Test Track, but you're on a motorcycle instead. You have, like, that whole area. I just love that. It's finally Tomorrowland in that area. You go there and it's like, oh, I'm in Tomorrowland, finally.
That's a very good point.
Like, I love Tron. I think it's great. It was hard for me to choose between this and my number 1. It was very hard, but this is an amazing ride that I believe belongs in anybody's top 5. And if you haven't done it yet, once you do, it will be in your top 5. I don't care that it's 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the launch is, we didn't even say the launch.
I know.
Because the launch is better than any other, is there a better launch?
Well, and the music is
Rock and Roller
incredible.
Coaster's good, but like.
When you're about to launch, they have like this, it's like these slow single notes that are hitting. Boop. It's like doon, 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 doon. And then all of a sudden you take off. Oh, it's amazing.
Oh my God.
Amazing. The soundtrack from Daft Punk is so good. They're going to add the 9 Inch Nails soundtrack.
Yeah, it's an epic soundtrack. Oh my God. I have it on vinyl. It's that good of a soundtrack.
Really?
I have it on vinyl. Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know it was out yet.
Yeah.
Like if you...
not the 9 Inch Nails. I'm talking about the
Tron one.
The Tron one.
Oh,
Daft Punk
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a good one to have. Yeah. I was going to say I didn't think the vinyl was out yet for the new movie for Aries. No. But if you were to say to me 30 years ago 9 Inch Nails was going to be the soundtrack from a Disney ride, I'd say you're nuts.
Yeah, I can think of a few songs that they couldn't use in the parks.
Yeah, I can too.
Oh, man. All right.
I'll get to my number one here, and then at the very end, I just brought up some of the speeds for these rides. If you want to hear that,
yeah, sure, absolutely.
It's just crazy too. Like, I'm going to get to my number one, but like, I'm not even going to mention Space Mountain. Like, it's a great coaster, but that's not my number one.
It's a good coaster.
It is.
I think the word great doesn't belong in the same sentence.
And Guardians of the Galaxy is my number one. It's my favorite coaster. And I know it's lower on your list, but for me, there's some elements that really make it my favorite. And that element that makes it there's two main things that make it my favorite. And neither of them are the theming. Number one is the music and having that soundtrack play. And I like almost all of the songs. I haven't had all of them yet. There's one, I think, that I haven't had.
You don't like the Blondie song, right?
No, one way or another. I like Blondie and I like but that's not a song that I think fits with that particular ride. I think it needs to be either like upbeat and dancey.
I think Tears for Fears doesn't belong there.
No, see, I disagree. That's my favorite one because
I love the song, but I'm saying like if you're gonna pick,
it's spacey and spacier songs like that, and like the Flock of Seagulls song, I think fits it really well. And the other ones,
song on there.
Well, that would work too. It would have to be more of an upbeat one, but no, that wouldn't work because it has to be a throwback because of Peter Quill.
Yeah.
They have to be from a certain time period. But the music does it for me, and the other thing that does it is how smooth the ride is.
It's very smooth.
I love how modern that the track design is, and how when you're doing a turn and your cart moves, and it like shows you all of the like the moon and all the projections. Like, it is just the absolute. It's like a bliss experience for me. It is absolutely incredible.
I have it's not a theory. Well, I mean, it is a theory, I guess. I have this belief about that ride system that the reason those cars turn like that is to make it feel smoother, partially because you're not getting whipped.
Yeah,
you're like turning, and I think that what they did to design that is they looked at forces when they went around those turns and said, well, if we went around this turn in real life, the force would push us there.
Yeah,
and if you allow the car to do that, it's actually going to be easier on the track. So I bet you there's a maintenance benefit from those rotations.
Yeah, that's.
I know it's more moving parts, but like if you think about it, if you're allowing that thing to shift, you're not resisting the force. You're actually taking advantage of the force.
We need to ask Dave. Dave is our physics teacher friend. I bet you he would.
Yeah,
he would concur.
He also thinks Disney's a cult, so I don't know if that's a good idea.
Well, we'll just say it's a roller coaster. We don't have to use the word Disney.
That's true.
Whatever. That's his opinion.
No, he doesn't actually think it's a cult, but like it's just
maybe
he might. Yeah,
he doesn't listen.
Yeah, that's true. He might say that.
He doesn't listen to our podcast.
So my number one was. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
My number one's Everest.
It's incredible.
I know that
it's so hard to rank these.
I know that Ear Scouts Rob's listening right now, going, "Yes, you're right, Nick."
No, it is amazing. His favorite.
And like I love this ride.
Incredible.
I think it. So, I know you have a similar story, but my very first trip there, my son was like, we go to Animal Kingdom first. It's the first place we went.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to ride Everest.
You want to conquer Everest?
And I said, do you want to ride Everest with me? He's like, yeah, let's do it. And so my wife and my daughter and my mother-in-law stayed, and they got like a premium bar at that little. There's like that little stand.
Yeah, it's right outside. Yeah.
Yeah. And my son and I went. And it was might as well have been a walk-on. It was like maybe a 10-minute wait. And I can just remember being like, this is going to end really badly. And
it's intense.
Yeah. He screamed the whole time, and I thought, this is bad. And when we got done, he was so excited because he's like, that was a roller. What is that thing? What did I just do? I mean, he was 7. 7? Yeah, I think he was 7. Mm-hmm. It was like that. That's an intense ride.
Yes.
It's an intense ride. And he loved it. That ride, the queue is phenomenal.
Yeah.
The theming throughout, the suspense for somebody who's never ridden it before.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of like going backward on the track switch, but then also stopping again and then going back forward on another track switch. It's a really good ride. And is definitely, I can see why it wouldn't necessarily be one on your list because of what you put at one, but it is so much fun. It is definitely the ride that I look to as like the gateway drug, if you will, of roller coasters, because everybody, you can do a Disney roller coaster and not feel intimidated because, oh, I'm at Disney, they wouldn't really do that, and then you're like, oh wow, that really was intense.
Everest goes 50 miles an hour.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I do want to mention the fact that, so you mentioned we didn't say anything about Space Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Another one we didn't mention was
Mine Train.
Mine Train.
Yeah.
Hot take, Mine Train's not good.
I'm over it, honestly.
I am too.
My favorite part about that ride is not the ride.
The seats are uncomfortable. The ride vehicles are uncomfortable.
I like the dwarves. That's what I look forward to. That scene.
Make it a dark ride. Bring me into a dark ride there. I know.
It is in California.
I know.
Great, and it's scary too.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
It's not that great of a roller coaster. And guess what? It's like 2 seconds longer than Tron. That's all it is. It's a short ride. And most of the time, you're going super slow because you're going through the mine. And then at the end, you're like coming around to see. Now, I will say that animatronic of the witch, it's
awesome.
Awesome animatronic.
And in Disneyland, it starts by you see the back, and then it turns around and you see it's awesome.
Yeah.
The evil. Well, she's not really the evil queen. She's the hag at that point. But
yeah. So that's my list. What it looked like you looked up some speeds. What do you got?
I did, and a couple things I did a quick, and it included Disneyland stuff, California. So I want to get that stuff out of there. So Guardians, it says 60 miles an hour. I don't really know if that's true. Maybe on the launch. I don't know. I can't see it going.
I can see it going around there.
Everest is 50 miles an hour. Rock and Roller Coaster gets to 57.
I believe that.
At the launch, I could see that. Yep. Tron goes to 59 at the launch.
Yeah.
I could see that too. Thunder Mountain, significant drop here. It doesn't seem super fast, but that's 36 miles an hour.
Yeah, well, roller coasters, it's all about like the banking curves and stuff like that.
Let's see. Mine Train, 34.
Yep.
Slinky Dog, 40 miles an hour, a little faster.
Really?
Yep. Space Mountain feels fast, but it's actually 27 miles.
Really?
Yeah. And Barnstormer is slower than that at 25.
You're telling me that Barnstormer is only 2 miles an hour slower than Space Mountain?
According to my research, and I just did a quick search. So this is. Do you trust the internet or do you not? I don't know.
I mean, it could have been an AI hallucination. Who knows? But
which you've talked about before, too.
Yes. Yeah. This was fun, and I like these. We have 2 more weeks of ride topics, shows. Hopefully,
I'm not going to give away what's next. They can be surprised for next week.
That's right. They can be surprised next week. This is kind of a fun throwback to what we used to do, where we just kind of went off the cuff, didn't tell each other where our stuff was, and kind of figured it out as we went.
We react based on and try to figure out each other's lists.
And actually, based on last week's discussion about dark rides, we have a really fun discussion coming up that we're about to record for our Patreon. So a little plug for that over on patreon.com/DizListPod.
Yeah, I feel like we mention it a lot, but if you like our show, there's another episode. You can listen to 2 every single week.
Yeah, I mean, we usually go, 30 to 40 minutes here, and then that show is anywhere from 15 to 30, depending on the week.
Yeah.
So, guys, I really appreciate you guys listening. I really appreciate all the support. Make sure you're reaching out on Instagram and giving us some ideas for some shows, because we want to record what you want to hear. But it's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow's just a list away.
Tune in next time, and we'll see you real soon.